off bills and
We
the
know that as
machine had no
adults. We know that as
huh?
adults, man. Like we adults now, we got kids. So of course that's how
Yeah.
we think now. But the 18-year-old man with no kids, you heard me? You weren't thinking like that.
Oh no, not at
You were
it.
throwing them fours up. You was throwing them fours up. They got
Yeah.
videos of you. They got old videos of you fighting on Facebook. You heard me?
Oh man, yeah, I did it all,
You did
but
like you cut up. You heard
yeah,
me? But
I
you,
did it
but
all.
you know,
I did it like who did it? Who did it? You heard me? Nigga was young with it, and nigga did it. Whoever was like nigga was young and they did it. Besides Charleston White and all them niggas, man, what else going on the internet, man?
well, uh,
I see the kid, I see it. Well, polio, yeah, you can
yeah,
talk about
Julio,
polio.
that's some fresh shit right there. I really ain't got no comments to say about that, dog. I mean, he asked for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He asked for it. I think somebody in the circle set him up, or either his location was dropped and they got the drop on him. You heard me? And them Florida niggas do what Florida niggas do. You heard me?
Man, they got up with it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I see the nigga, Young and Ace. I ain't, not saying he not had nothing to do with it, but them niggas was beefing for a long time.
The boy
So
said, "Now he smoking 23."
he
You know
dropped
who
a
23
video
is?
like
23 young and his younger brother, the 18-year-old one that got killed when he got shot. You heard me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
When
bro. I'm saying though, dog, them niggas diss the dead so much and they so disrespectful, dog. You can't expect to feel whether you like them or not. You can't expect to feel good or bad when a nigga gets smoked. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Especially when they living that life and they disrespecting the dead and going to graveyards. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell my kids this. I be like, bro, if you get your hands on some money, bro, you heard me. Don't try to be no gangster. Be what you already been. I ain't raised you to be no gangsters. You
that's
heard
real
me?
talk.
I raised you to hustle. You heard me? Get out there and hustle and get your shit. You heard me? But fuck, don't become a millionaire and be like, yeah, I'm a slider now. Nigga, what you sliding for? You got a mill. You heard me? Why you in the
Yeah,
projects and you got a mill? You
he
heard me?
supposed to be
We
named
gotta
back
learn.
chilling.
We gotta learn from the greats. All the greats, they kept it real and it went wrong, my nigga. You heard me? Like shout out to C Murder. You heard me? C Murder never left the fucking projects. He had a whole building in that bitch. Not just one motherfucking apartment in the building. That nigga had a whole building in the projects. A millionaire. You heard me? Couldn't leave that gangster shit alone. You heard me? Couldn't leave it alone. You heard me? But I'm not in his shoes. You heard me? So I don't know. I don't know how it is to walk them fucking shoes and you just gangster every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? And I never lived like that, bro. You
Yeah,
heard me? So I can't relate to it. But it's a prime example of when keeping the real go wrong. You trying to be keeping the real and you got all this fucking money, dog. You heard me? You can ask NBA young boy right now. Nigga, would you rather be in that cell or would you rather be in that fucking mansion on house arrest? You heard me?
yeah, yeah, good question too.
That's what I'm
And
trying to say.
nigga wouldn't choose to go to it. I was in the car one day. Now that you mentioned that, I was in the car with an Uber driver,
Yeah.
and looked like a Pakistani. I don't know where the fuck he was from. You hear me? He was like a little foreigner, Japanese, some shit like that. This nigga, yeah, he was complaining to me, telling me that he basically going. He in college. He go to University of Houston. His mom and his daddy, they take care of everything for him. Know what I mean? Pay his college out. Know what I mean? Out their pocket. Brought him a whip. He stay with them.
And you
This
say he
nigga
from
star.
he from another country?
He uh Filipino,
Oh, okay,
shit
okay,
like that.
okay.
But it's his mom and dad. They married. They got land in back home in their country, and they got land in Florida. So and they pay for him to go to college for a ride. So I'm in the back of the Uber driver. I'm leaving work 'cause my car's fucked up. You hear me? So man, this nigga statement to me. I'm in the back seat. Nigga just getting it in. Going through what they going through, but nigga, man, nigga ain't hurting for nothing. Know what I mean? I'm straight, but it's just like just working a job. You know what I mean? When you know what your plans is for more and know what I mean, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like nigga, I'm gonna execute at something.
Right.
So this nigga, yeah, you born in it. Your mom and dad paying for you to go to college. Niggas in the hood, wish they had that. But he telling me, basically what he was telling me, he was like he never knew how it felt to struggle. He never felt a day of struggle ever in his life. His mom and dad, they rich, got money, paying for him to go to college. You know, nigga driving a motherfucking Benz as a fucking Uber driver, know what I mean? And he was like, he won't just tell his mom and dad how he feel. He said the only thing that he dealt with his mom and dad, like taking care of everything for him is he gotta do what they say. So he can't voice his own opinion like, oh yeah, my I feel like this, that I feel like that. Now you gonna go to college, you gonna go. We say go for. You gonna be this when you grow up. Know what I mean? So he ain't want that obligation. So he said he want to tell his mom and dad how he feel that he don't want to be a motherfucking doctor. He want to be a motherfucking social worker. Like he trying to do the most like normalest shit, normalest job and all this shit just to feel like how people feel, know what I mean? So I was telling the dude, I'm like, man, bro, I don't care what you going to do. Nobody would choose to want to struggle. You hear me? And like nigga say what the little boxer Devin Haney, nigga like oh they don't respect him. You hear me? Because his daddy always there for him, taking care of him. He got his dad in his life, and people respect Javante Davis more. Not off of what they do in the ring, but I'm just saying as men. Now I mean, they respect him more because he came from the struggle.
Yeah.
My thing to that is, nigga, I don't respect no nigga who came through no struggle. Yeah, the struggle teach you things. Now I mean, how to deal with life when it ain't nothing. But if I would want to choose for my son to say, man, you struggle, so I respect you, or man, you had me in life and you got everything. Shit, I would rather with my son, you know, have everything. You know what I mean? Than to choose to struggle. So it's just sad that you bring it up about how niggas don't choose to go do bad shit. You know what I mean? But they got some people in the world who never had a day where it was no food on the table. It was never a day where mom and dad in the house. Know what I mean? Like everything just was good for them. Know what I mean?
I'm a
So
I'm a prime example of that. I'm a prime example of that. You heard me? My mama had me a job at 15 years old. We lived in La Place, and I had a job in Metairie at East Jefferson Hospital. You heard me? And she had it set up to the point where they was gonna pay for me to go to college. They told me to pick a little curriculum that I wanted to do, and they showed me how much I was gonna get paid and all this other shit. I picked radiology. That's the X-ray tech. You heard me? The guy that take the X-ray pictures and look at them, not the one that take the pictures, the one that look at the pictures and tell you what's wrong. I was gonna go to school
okay,
for that. You heard me? Well, anyway, now I'm running around. I'm about 16, 17 years old, man. I started fucking. You heard me? I had me a little bitch out there in Susan Park or something. I'm out there fucking this every week and I ain't going to work. I done fucked up my little grant to get, to go get the fucking scholarships from the job and all this other shit. Ended up losing the job, chasing behind some pussy. You heard me? But I can remember after I got kicked out the house, I was 17 years old. I had like 3 months to go in high school when I got kicked out the house, you heard me? And I ain't want to go back to school for another year in 12th grade. I ain't want to repeat 12th grade, you feel me? So I chose to go out there in them fucking streets. You heard me? Now I could have just listened to my mom and my daddy. You heard me? And it would have been straight. You heard me? They wasn't asking for much, but I guess it was something about me was fiending to be in the fucking streets, my nigga. You heard
yeah,
me? And I come from a good family, dog. You heard me? Like, my mom and daddy always was in the house. I had my own room. You heard me? I had fucking my own video game. Me and my brother had our own video games. You heard me? Computer in the house. Golf course down the street. Olympic sized pool down the street. You
Oh,
heard me?
living good.
Yeah, you know how Riverlands is, man. Back in the day, you heard me. But you know I come from Garyville though. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Nigga come from Garyville. Nigga come from that slice. You heard me? But I was just feeling to get back and doing dumb shit. Even though my parents had to set up for me to be great. You heard me? And I ain't take advantage of that shit.
Yeah,
So I could relate to that.
yeah, man. It's just some people don't be knowing. They be thinking, oh man, you in the hood. Oh yeah, you from the hood. Oh yeah, that's good. Nah, nigga, this ain't fucking good, nigga. Yeah, I'm standing from the hood when I come, to school or when I'm in a different section, let niggas know where I'm from. And yeah, it's tough and yeah, it's rough and all that. But man, that shit ain't really nothing to glorify, man. That damn your mom in the living room sitting on the sofa, bills in her hand, mail in her hand, looking at it, it's all bills and
We
the
know that as
machine having
adults. We know that as
huh?
adults, man. Like we adults now, we got kids. So of course that's how
Yeah.
we think now. But the 18-year-old man with no kids, you heard me? You weren't thinking like that. You
Oh
were you were
no,
thought
not
you were
it.
throwing them fours up. You was throwing them fours up. They got
Yeah.
videos of you. They got old videos of you fighting on Facebook. You heard me?
Oh man, yeah, I did it all,
You did
but
like you cut up. You heard
yeah,
me? But
I
you
did it
but
all.
you you know,
I did it like who did it? Who did it? You heard me? Nigga was young with it, and nigga did it. Whoever was like nigga was young and it did it. That championship, yeah, I did it early in my life, so
yeah.
it
But
ain't
look
really
at you,
nothing that
but
it
look at
ain't
you.
really nothing
Check it
that
out.
I'm
Look at you now. Look at you now with them two boys, you heard me? And you keep them
yeah.
away from that type of shit. You
Yeah.
heard me? Star football
And
player.
niggas wouldn't even think that. Like you heard me, like just say if I'm at an event with my kids, and they probably be like, "Oh, that's like oh yeah, his daddy take care of him and all that." But they don't know their daddy has been through the mud, and sometimes that's what it be. You heard me? Now that I'm thinking, and just from your situation and what the other little dude, like as kids, that's probably what it is. Kids don't know no better, so kids don't understand that mom and daddy went through the mud. That's why they so hard on you to set your bar so high because they got it from nothing. Know what I mean, and we see that a lot with our family members. This yeah, Auntie Right Child, yeah, she straight. I turn always straight, but this Auntie Right Child, her kids, what I mean, they the unfortunate, know what I mean, ones, and so that's how it be. But you don't know that your mom, your dad didn't come from nothing and know how it feel to have nothing. So they don't want you to not have nothing. So they just push the bar so high. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just push the bar so high.
That's why I tell you all the time, but I tell you all the time I'm proud of your the type of father you is, you heard me? You know, you a good dude when it come down to your kids, your sons, you heard me? You
Yeah,
know,
them
I
niggas
love my
straight.
nephews, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? So, you're doing a good
They
job
in,
over
they in
there.
Louisiana right now.
Yeah, how long they out there for?
Yeah, there for the summer till I go to